Hey everybody, it's Kay, and this is another Featured 5 video. Today I am showing you 5 African American female authors that people really aren't talking about on BookTube right now. And this, I guess I would say, is the more risque edition, meaning that the authors tend to write more risque books, and some of them even erotica. So the first author I'm going to show you is someone that many people read like crazy when she first came out, and the author is Zane. This book is Skyscraper. I had her book Addicted. I either sold it at a yard sale, or I donated it to charity, or I gave it away. I don't know, but I think this is the only Zane book I have left. So for those of you who've never heard of Zane, she was writing erotica long before 50 Shades of Anything came out. And she does it very, very well. In this particular book, I'll just give you an idea. So most corporations hand out bonus checks or gift certificates for Christmas, but Wolf Industry hands out drama. Skyscraper chronicles the week before the annual Christmas party at Wolf Industries, an African American owned automobile manufacturer. Chico, a 19-year-old mailroom clerk who still lives with his overprotective mother, is the typical young man when it comes to sex. He doesn't turn it down, so when Zetta Wolf, the wife of CEO Tamalis Wolf, attempts to seduce him, he jumps at the opportunity. Meanwhile, Anastasia, a 25-year-old secretary, along with her best friend and co-worker Shaka, spends her nights in the secret penthouse maintained by Wolf executives for partying and wild sex. She has higher aspirations, though. She wants to be the next wife of the CEO. Tamalis has never actually participated in the in-office sexual activities, but Anastasia plans to seduce him by the end of the year. And then it goes on and on. So, yeah, this is Zane. On Goodreads, she has 46 distinct works listed, an average rating of 4.26, over 75,000 reviews, and her books are erotica and romance. So the next author is Cydney Rax, and this book is My Husband's Girlfriend. And a lot of her books have titles similar to this, like My Daughter's Boyfriend or whatever. But Cydney has 13 distinct works on Goodreads with an average rating of 3.68 of over 1,300 reviews. She writes fiction, entertainment, biographies, memoirs, and yeah, her books can be a little risque. Neil and Anya Meadows are stuck in a sexless marriage. Anya suffers from a hormonal disorder that leaves her with no sex drive at all, while Neil has a voracious sexual appetite. After one unfulfilling encounter too many, they make a deal. Neil will be allowed to have a mistress. Okay. Okay. I'm going to let you all look this up and see what this book is about. Yeah. Okay. It is called My Husband's Girlfriend, and it is by Cydney Rax. And as I said, she has 13 distinct works on Goodreads, average 3.68 rating, over 1,300 reviews on Goodreads. Next is an author. I've read a lot of her books, and I used to have more of her books, but again, I think I loaned them out or what have you. I read a lot of the books she wrote alone and some of the books she co-authored with Carl Weber, but her name is Mary B. Morrison, and this book is, what is it? He's Just a Friend. He's Just a Friend. So she has 25 distinct works on Goodreads. The average rating is 4.30, over 25,000 reviews, and she's listed as literature, and I added erotica because some of her books can get a little spicy. Let's see. Having dated 26 men in 52 weeks, Fancy Taylor wants to settle down, and after a year of living recklessly, she has enough experience to know that if a man is married, he's bad news. Unfortunately, irresistible Byron Van Lee, who has a big car, big income, big ego, and big you know what, neglects to mention his wife and kids until after Fancy falls for him big time and all the way. Determined to make Byron all hers, Fancy dreams up an outrageous scheme to get him to divorce his wife. Meanwhile, she turns to Desmond Brown for a shoulder to cry on. And that's just the beginning. It also goes on and on. But the author is Mary B. Morrison. This book is He's Just a Friend. Next, we have Gloria Mallette. I don't know if you say Mallette or Mallet. I think it's Mallette. And this book is The Honeywell. Gloria has 14 distinct works on Goodreads. This book itself had a rating of 4.27, over 1,100 reviews on Goodreads. She's listed as an author of literature, mystery, and thrillers. And I'm just looking up her rating here in general for her books. Let's see. Okay, Gloria, let's see. Let's see. It's listed, well, on my phone it says 17 books, but on the computer it says 14. So I don't, maybe the computer says distinct books. So and I don't see what the rating is on this. That's one thing I don't like about the app. You don't get all the information. Anyway, this particular book itself has a rating of 4.27. The Honeywell. Money has put Arnell Rayford's mother, Esther, exactly where she always wanted to be, comfortably ensconced in the 16-room Victorian mansion where her own mother had worked as a housekeeper. Now she's running a thriving business that's surely making the previous owner turn in her grave. For Esther, money is the root of all happiness, and nothing and no one will stand in the way of her making it however she wants to make it, not even her only child. So basically, she's running a house of ill repute. I think that's what they're alluding to. So, yeah, pick up this one, The Honeywell. And Gloria the last Mallette. Author today is none other than Mary Monroe. Now, Mary Monroe on Goodreads had 29 works listed, an average rating of 4.24 of 1,500 reviews, which I'm surprised there aren't a lot more reviews for Mary Monroe out there, and she's listed as literary fiction. I really like her work. She just has a very different, a very unique way of telling a story. My absolute favorite Mary Monroe book is this one, The Upper Room. I love this book. Mama Ruby is outrageous. The characters in this book are outrageous. They're far-fetched, they're unbelievable, and that's what I love about them, because even though it just seems so unrealistic, it's so real. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the way she tied this story together, yeah, I loved it. And she actually went back and wrote a prequel to the book called to this book called Mama Ruby, and she wrote a sequel, The Lost Daughters, and then turned it into a series. But I would suggest, if you have not already, read The Upper Room. Go on Goodreads, look at the premise of the book, read the synopsis. I love it. I do. I also really, really love this one, God Don't Like Ugly. When I read this story, Arnett, Mr. Boatwright, Rhoda, this story just did something to me. It was heartbreaking and funny and tragic, all of those things. So God Don't Like Ugly, and then the sequel, God Still Don't Like Ugly. She wrote several other books in this series. I don't know what number she's up to now, but yeah, that series was something else when I read it, and I was like, who is this woman? God Don't Like Ugly was the first book I had read by her. And so after that, I wanted to get my hands on everything else she'd written up to that point. Here's another one, Red Light Wives. And this one is the more risque of the bunch that I have here. They're about as six, they're about as different as six women can be: haughty and humble, beautiful and plain, young and not so young, Black, white, Latina, and origins unknown. But aside from a gift for laughing hardship in the face, they have one very important thing in common: Clyde Brooks. You might say that Clyde is their manager. And you might say that Lula Mae, Esther, Megan, Rosalie, Helen, and Raquel are colleagues in the world's oldest profession. Clyde likes to refer to them as his wives. After all, they do what wives are supposed to do: take care of him and watch over his beloved young daughter, Keisha. And then it goes on to give more detail. But yes, this one, Red Light Wives. I had several other books. I think I loaned them out and didn't get them back, or I donated them. No, I doubt I donated them. But anyway, I don't have them anymore. But I wasn't crazy enough to get rid of this one. No, sir. So that is my featured 5 video for today. And just a reminder, these ladies are Zane, Cydney Rax, Mary B. Morrison, Gloria Mallette, and Mary Monroe. So I wanted to come on and just highlight these authors since I really don't hear their names here on BookTube much right now. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.